EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium.
Tonight we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Play fake. Murray. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. Forced out to his left.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, doesn't seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now Murray off play action.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. Murray sets to throw on 4th.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Edwards. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking more attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-lineman to make the play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, and he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Jones now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here complete to Kelsey.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw again.
And quickly to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Operating from the gun, Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Justin Ross.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Buying time to his left.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 2nd and 7, Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Murray's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Play fake. Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left.
Crossing route complete to Ross.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This will get the lead up to 7. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now Murray.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Murray. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
And that'll make it second down.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
And even 40 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw, Murray. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.